Hello and welcome to the Futurist 3D video training series. My name is Jeff Christiana and this is a video number 5D of the Replicator 34 video series on how to navigate ReplicatorG for your TF3D printer. In this one we're going to cover all the menu items except for preferences, icons above here, and all the right side buttons. Those were covered in previous videos. So we're going to start right out. We're going to go under File. New will basically open up a new document. You can cut and paste Gcode here. You can type in Gcode and such. Just open, just so you can do. So if you had like Slicer or some other type of program, you could just generate it, cut and paste. You can go in here, enter machine codes, Gcodes, hit build. Basically. Test out some things. So that's pretty much all you can do there. We'll say no to that. Next one down is open. Click on open. That'll take you to where you can open up your STL file. So let's open up something here. Okay. If you go down to save, you can save this object again under the same name. Save as will let you rename. Recent. This is the last 8 STL files that were opened up. We'll go back and open the frog back up again. Okay. And then examples. Under examples, I have placed a couple folders here. I've listed many different STL files that I've downloaded from things in Verse or things that I've created. Under fun, I've got boxes, castles. Chess pieces are quite interesting to print out. A gear set, that's a fun one to print out. A heart box, iris box, and so on. I would recommend when you get your TF3D printer to print these. Print these first easy. These ones here will get you going. They're easy to print. You don't need support material, and they're just fun things to print. Down here on calibration, we'll cover this in another video, but under calibration you'll use the 20mm box and the calibration plate. With those two you will calibrate your printer so your objects come out with the right scale that you're looking for. And basically when you print these out you use your calipers to make sure they're right on, and then I'll show you in a video on how to make changes to your firmware in order to dial in your machine. Under dual, this is for dual extrusion. Hopefully in the next couple months we will have a dual head dual extruder. Our electronics support it. ReplicatorG 34 supports it. So soon after we do some testing we will have training videos on how to exactly use that. Use your TF3D printer to print out in 2 different colors or using support material and like using either PLA or for support and ABS for your actual print. So we'll get into that more later. Scripts, we don't use scripts. This is more of a MakerBot thing. I wouldn't use these. I don't know what exactly they would do for you. Until then I would just ignore the scripts folder until we actually release some items for our printer or for our dual extruder. Preferences we covered in another video. Reset all preferences will basically reset everything back to defaults. You can also find this in the preferences. And quits out of ReplicatorG. Under edit, all of these commands here are for Gcode only. This does not have anything to do with the object. You cannot duplicate that object. You cannot put more than one object of different type on this plane. Hopefully in the new versions of ReplicatorG they will allow us to place multiple STL files on the same platform, the same plane to be printed. Under Gcode, this will allow you to estimate your print. Simulates your actual print. This is disabled in ReplicatorG at this time. Generate will generate your Gcode. We'll cover that in a later another video. Build will actually print the object. Pause will pause the object, and stop will stop the printer from printing. So these are all basically your print commands that you learned on the front panel. Gcode generator, this is where you select what Gcode. We're only using the one, so there's only one selection, SchemeForge 47. That works very well, and I'm very happy with 47 at this time. Edit slicing profiles. This we'll talk about in another video, but if you click on it, you can see all the different profiles, and we will get into detail on each one of these in later videos. See your swap toolhead in Gcode, merge STL, all this is for dual extruder. We'll do that in another video. Machine type, this is how you go in and select your machine type. We'll disconnect, reconnect, machine, and you can see all the different versions that you can select from, and you can only see this when you've disconnected. So under connection, you list your COM ports. We covered that in another video. You got your rescan in case your COM port doesn't show up. Control panel we'll talk about in another video. Open real-time controls. This is on-the-fly control of your printer as it's printing. If you want to speed it up or slow it down while it's printing, you can do that here. Upload new firmware. You learned about that in another video. Machine information. This pulls a document, your .xml file from your ReplicatorG folder, machine folder. This is a good place to go in and just review things. You cannot make any changes here. And to preheat machine, you click that, starts to preheat that you set in your preferences settings. Things inverse, it takes you to the website. That's basically all that does. And help, supported Gcodes. Here you show what ReplicatorG has for Gcodes. So we're running out of time on this video, so I'm going to go ahead and close it. We will come back with another video to cover more options, and we're probably going to start talking about how to load an object and generate the Gcode. We'll see you then.